a horrifying pirate captain lich crashed a necrotically enchanted boat into the dock and blasted a hole through the side of Doc's Tavern. Leo, the head of the local merchant guild, came and approached the party and commissioned the party to go after the lich while he was weak. The general consensus was that this lich seemed pretty key, somehow a linchpin to this whole whatever's going on. The party set sail from PortoLuce toward the Velkoran Islands, the federation of islands off the coast of Crespont, and which are ruled by the kind of notoriously harsh ruler Velrath. And Butterbeard discovered a stowaway aboard, an elderly pirate-like aarakocra, parrot aarakocra named Rusty Scram. She claimed to be returning to Velkora, having kind of been stuck in PortoLuce for many years, and this was finally her chance, so she had stowed away. And Rusty also warned the group that they should not expect an especially warm welcome in Velkora, and advised that they seek someone named Wario once they got there, because Wario could maybe help them figure out what to do next. He'd be a good resource. The ocean grew dark and foreboding. The whales that had been accompanying as departed, and soon the party saw a massive shadow rushing toward them. The Lord of the Whales erupted from the sea, now a terrifying undead monstrosity. Its eyes blinded with rage, its mournful, angry song heralding a wave of ghostly energy that crashed over the ship, chilling the crew and filling the air with eerie green light. A battle ensued. Spectral, necrotic hands, swarms of hands sprouted up from the deck, and the whole party fought to try and rescue and save themselves and get through this horrible moment. Ultimately, however, the battle reached its climax when the Lord of Whales, this undead Lord of Whales, smashed the ship in twain. The whole ship broke in half, and darkness consumed the crew as they were pulled beneath the waves. Stagrim had just kind of made what seems to be kind of a quick phone call of sorts to his friend that he called Itchy, who runs the Coliseum. And after just a few short minutes, Itchy arrives, and he looks a little bit like Stagrim, also, unique from the rest of the fish people on this island in that he's wearing these ornate robes. But these ornate robes are a little bit flashier. They're wearing like, he's got like shiny little like emeralds and sapphires and things embedded in all of his vestments, and he's
Are they purple?
They are purple, and he comes in and he says, hey guys, it's so excited. I heard from my good buddy over here, Stagrim, that you guys wanted to check out the Coliseum. I'm the game master at the Coliseum. I'm there to make sure that the content is amazing for everyone who watches, and I would love to fill you in on what's going down. Any questions? Do you guys have any? What has he told you so far about how the Coliseum works? Anything? Nothing? Where are we starting from?
You just said that was an option, and Gra said he wanted
to
join.
We can see Tom.
Hey, he's right. Yep. The beautiful thing about the Coliseum is that anybody has a chance to become famous in the Coliseum. Equal opportunity. Anyone can try it out. There's no requirements, and if you win, you get a chance to see our wonderful leader, Tom. It's amazing. Let me tell you a little bit about it. So here's how the Coliseum works. Every time we do 3 rounds, and we have a main stage, and it's kind of like what I would imagine if there was a show called America's Got Talent, It would be a little bit like that, but I don't know what America is or what a show is. So just, I don't know what anyway. So basically, what you would imagine is you're going to go up and you guys would need to put on some kind of a great performance. You could do song and dance. You could do a magic trick. You could, I don't know. Sometimes people do like acrobatics, or they do some kind of cool, spoken word poem. Whatever you want to do, you could go up and you'll put on a performance. And then another group will do their performance. And then whoever does the better performance will get to move to the next round. And you basically just have to win 3 rounds against 3 other groups. And as long as you win 3, then you get to go see Tom. And it's as simple as that. And you don't have to do the same performance each time. So if you do the first time, you'll have a little bit of time if you want to, make it better, or if you want to change it up a little bit to kind of keep things fresh. Totally up to you.
As his eyes are big, and he's you see him kind of slowly pull out his bird pipes. He's just I could have a chance to finally play.
Yeah, I think that could be really fun. Play whatever you want.
Polaris elbows as is I've got my poetry. You think we could get, your music and the poetry, we can combine that?
I can also do light shows.
Ooh.
And
you see Itchy looking very excited, and he's like, look, we've got 1 spot left for tonight. You want me to write you guys in? You got a few hours to figure out what your show is going to be. I just need to know if I'm putting you guys on the docket.
Yes.
Okay. And before anyone else can even speak up, he writes your names in, and he is just giddy. He's like, this is great. I wasn't sure no one else wanted to go tonight. We were going to have to figure out how to do this with not quite enough groups. This is wonderful. Very good. All right. See you guys in a few hours. And he hops and clicks his heels together, and he runs out the door. And Stogrim looks at you guys, and he's just so excited. He's like, this is wonderful. I'm so glad. I'm rooting for you guys. I'm hoping that you guys have a wonderful time when you meet Tom. I'm sure you guys are going to do great. Look, I need, as you can imagine, being an apostle, Tom, one of his 8, I have a pretty busy day. I will be around, talk to any of the these fine young men that are here standing at the door will be here to serve you if you need anything and to make sure that you guys don't leave. And if you need anything, just holler. They can find me. Otherwise, I'll leave you guys to it. Make your preparations. I'm sure you're gonna do great. It's gonna be so fun. And he also heads out the door to go take care of some things and leaves you guys with the table still full of delicious-looking, decadent food, and a couple of these what are very clearly just actually guards there, kind of around the room, who are kind of keeping an eye on you guys. And you guys now have some time to figure out what you want to do. To either, if you decide you still want to try and maybe make a break for it, you can still try to do that, or to make preparations for some kind of performance that you're going to put on.
On our way in, was there any boats at all?
You saw one small, at the dock that was next to you guys when you crashed, where Jeeves was, there was a small, 1 or maybe 2 people could fit on it, little fishing boat, like a rowboat.
So nothing significant, no.
Yeah.
I'm going to look back at the party and just kind of whisper, I thought the Colosseums were where you fight. So we're not fighting? We're performing.
I'm not sure we're going to do anything.
Why not? I haven't been able to. No, you're right.
I don't.
Oh, Polaris declares that she has the perfect poem. That would be great because we can perform the poem with the music. We have our 2 actors.
And the images.
And the light show. The poem is called Miss Applebottom and the Loxodon.
I would pause briefly at the name of that poem and think maybe I do want to hear this, but then I think I would say, I don't. Let me ask you a question. Would it be easy to discern that these people are just kind of weird and tricky and maybe not being 100% honest, like he did say guards?
No, so to your when you channel divinity, the insight that you got from these guys is that they are a little weird, but you did not get any sense of actual malintent, or they didn't seem like they were like super positive. They're not like angelic or anything.
Sure.
They're just kind of weird fish people. But as far as you can tell, they've been pretty honest. Like maybe as far as you can tell, he just didn't want to make you guys feel like he's supposed to make sure you guys don't do anything fishy. But he also is trying to make sure that you don't feel, feel like you're being guarded.
Yeah.
So he's like, he's like, I'm trying to be nice about it. I'm not sure, whatever. So yeah, they don't seem like they're trying to be, but you did not get the sense that they're trying to be like deceitful or malevolent, or like there's some like big, scary cabal here based on your divine sense.
I think that we should play along. However, before we go and speak with this Tom guy, we should probably have our story straight and our path forward clear amongst us.
Tom is not my best friend.
Yeah, I know that Graw is your best friend. I totally get that. However, I don't want to know what happens if Tom finds out we don't want to be his best friend.
I don't want to know what happens when I tell Tom that he's my best friend and Graw gets upset.
I would like to see Graw get upset with Tom, but I do not want to get upset with Tom. Do you understand what I'm saying here?
I do not understand what you are saying.
This is weird. This is not, these people are not normal.
Graw volunteered to do the Coliseum because he thought that it was going to be fighting. And he would have happily fought to prove Tom that he's my best friend.
Was Graw ready to sing and dance?
Graw doesn't sing or dance.
Well, he better start figuring that out.
Tap dancing there would be pretty entertaining.
Well, see, my thought was, as I play the song of the Lord of the Whales, I would have my lights going around and like make it look like the ocean, and then I would have an image of the Lord of Whales, like you told me in the story, up floating above me. Because I've been practicing. I heard the song of Lord of the Whales when we were fighting, and I was like, I could play this on my bird pipes. So if we can somehow add that to the Mrs. Applebottom, which I thought I heard this catchy song in the city. It was Applebottom, Pantaloons, something with furs. And I could probably, instead of doing the Lord of the Whales song, I could probably do the popular song I heard when we were in PortoLuce about the pantaloons and the furs. And you see Ez is like super excited to perform because he has yet to do that actually, outside of when he was like a child. And even then he didn't.
Also has paper and a pencil out, like just scribbling wildly of like what kind of spoken word situation can she come up with to go with Ez, and just like getting closer and closer to Ez of like we can do something. This is going to be great.
I would turn to look to Ghana. Ghana, what do you want to do? What do you think we should do here?
By the sounds of it, does not seem like we are going to be able to escape this island without either Tom's help or at least meeting with him. I am intrigued in meeting him. I would like to know what he has that gives him a hold on all of these people. I am not a good performer. I can share people stories, or perhaps do a disappearing act. As he just points to you, the ring in your finger.
That would be a great idea. All right. I guess if this is not a great idea, this is not a sound strategy at all.
Like bouncing with
We
his
are
hand up.
walking into a trap.
So I think here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes on the clock, and you guys will to agree on what your plan is gonna be. After 2 minutes, Itchy is gonna come back, and he's gonna to let you guys know that it's time and take you guys up to the Coliseum.
Player has such a good idea, but Ghana would never say that idea.
So
I'll give you guys 2 minutes to figure out what you're gonna do. You'll have time between each performance to switch it up if you want to. But for whatever your first performance is gonna be, whether that's including using cantrips and stuff, and if you're gonna do multi-phase, I go out and do this, and then you're gonna do this, whatever that is, whatever that whole performance looks like.
Oh, there's multiple.
Because here's the deal. I'm gonna take my headphones off for 2 minutes.
You said there's
I'm
3
not gonna
rounds.
know.
Well, there's
Three
three
rounds.
rounds.
Mm-hmm. And then here's what I'm gonna basically here's how this is gonna work mechanically, just so you guys know what to expect. You guys, I'm gonna take the headphones off and give you guys 2 minutes to plan. After 2 minutes, I'm gonna put my headphones back on, take you guys up to the Coliseum, and you guys will do the performance, whatever that is. And based on the performance, you will either get advantage. You'll have to do maybe some key rolls if there's like acrobatics or whatever to do the performance. And then at the end of it, I'm gonna have you roll for performance, and you'll either have advantage or not on that final thing. And you guys can have whoever is your primary representative roll for performance. And for the first round, you're gonna have to beat a DC of 5. For the second round, you're gonna have to beat a DC of 10, and for the third round, you're gonna have to beat a DC of 15. That's the basic gist of it. But depending on how good each performance is, I'm gonna give you bonuses to your roll. So if you had an amazing performance and then the other people have a really bad performance, then they're gonna have then you guys might get +5 or +10 to your roll, which would make it really easy to succeed. So I'm gonna take my headphones off. I'm gonna start a 2-minute timer, and you guys can figure out what your performance is gonna be. Go.
So, final performance for the finale is the reenactment of Miss Applebottom's fight. So as Polaris speaks her poem and I play the music and the lights, Ghana, you'll disappear, as the guard did in the story. And then Mrs. Applebottom, which means, Doc, you're going to have to wear that mask again.
We can't control the mask, though.
Yeah.
But doesn't it always show you that it's going to be Mrs. Applebottom? It's just like a different form
that
of
was
Mrs.
just a
Applebottom?
joke.
Yeah, it's just a different format of Miss Applebottom every time. It's the mask of Miss Applebottom. That was determined as
that
canon.
was canon?
That was canonized.
Wait,
That's what
I
has
want
it
to
going
make sure
on.
that's okay with Bear first.
Okay, well, we'll do that. And then Mrs. Applebottom will fight the choreography, and then Ghana will poof back out at the finale, and then he can throw peanuts. And then that's our finale. But then our opening
What are we
scene...
doing for the rounds?
Yeah, but that's our finale. That's the biggest one, because that's the most important one.
So
The first
it's a
one...
progression story.
Yeah, the first one I could do. It's like a reverting story, because the first one I could do the Song of the Lord of the Whales as like this is how we got here. Okay, and you're seeing like Ez is super excited about this. We have Lord of the Whales, and I do my song and have my lights, and then you guys can be like waves in the front. You like sit in the front, you like move back and forth like waves, and it's super fun and it's super cool. And then the hands. Ghana, you can be the hands, and you like grab at Doc, and you like hold him down, and you fight. And then after Lord of the Whales, but for our performance 2, we can do the fight with the evil big bad guy on the. Wait, no, we shouldn't, because what if that's Tom? I don't know what 2 is, but I have 1 and 3.
Since we're doing this, I think that you're overcomplicating things here a little bit. we need to awe the crowd. Like they need to know exactly.
Oh, no. Oh, phew.
Oh yeah.
Quick.
So we can use the mask, and it could change somebody. We got to know. I guess we got to find out. Hey, since our DM is back, Mr. DM. The mask doesn't change the person into Mrs.
Oh, I was
Applebottom,
so
I think.
hoping.
It's the mask
You
of
guys
Miss
would remember-
Applebottom.
Like, didn't we
Yeah.
make that
Oh no, I've
canon?
been thinking about the whole time.
I was so
Didn't we
hoping you
make
guys
that
would remember
canon?
you had that mask. The mask will turn you into one of 8 things.
Yeah, but aren't they all
All
Mrs.
you know so
Applebottom in a
far
different form?
is that one of
No.
those things is an old woman.
If it rolls the old woman, this is the only thing that was determined. If it rolls the old woman, it is Mrs. Applebottom. Like that is what you turn into.
Yes.
But not every roll is Miss Apple. It could be anything. So
But
Oh,
you
we
could
didn't
just as likely roll one of the other 7 things.
But
It could
like,
be a
if
Mrs. Applebottom version of those 7 things.
yeah, what if it's a Mrs. Applebottom version of those things?
Totally fine.
Totally fine. Okay.
oh boy. All right. Well,
All right, so we could.
So,
we could.
Itchy comes back, and he comes bursting through the door, and he says, you can see he's just vibrating with excitement. Says he's rubbing his hands together. He says, well, are you guys ready for the Coliseum?
I'm our. You said you needed a front man. I'm the front man.
Wonderful. Alrighty. What should I call you guys? How do I introduce you?
We are.
Donna and friends.
God.
Okay. We are Applebottom's cribs.
Applebottom's Cribs. Wonderful.
Oh, man.
Okay. We
Where's the meme? Where's the meme of like the face palm, and all the whole crowd face palms?
oh, that's what needs to be our last.
With a Z, by the way, after cribs. It's not an S.
We need to. Our last emote that we add needs to be a face palm of some kind.
So good.
Okay.
So good.
So, we. What's a cinematic way to have this happen?
I can.
An excited child, young fishman child, little fish girl, is running from her house, and the camera follows them as they run up this hill, and in the middle of this island is this giant. It's basically like a mountain, and at the top of the mountain is this big Coliseum, and so the camera follows as this child runs up the hill excitedly, and it pans over, and we see the Coliseum. And we see fireworks going off, and we see, like magical fireworks. And we see a crowd of people that have gathered in the stands. And there's a big stage up front. And we zoom in, and you guys are backstage in one of the wings. And we see Itchy up front, kind of from his like MC booth. And he says, welcome everybody. We are so excited to have you here today. We have a wonderful surprise for you. We have some of our recurring competitors and performances that you guys have come to know and love, though obviously not love that much because otherwise we wouldn't still have to keep performing every week. But they are back. But we also have newcomers to the island that you guys have never met before. We are so excited to bring them to you. Alrighty, here we go. When everyone is ready, we are going to get into round 1. And the lights all go down. And by the lights going down, basically there's like some big, like, big fires, big pyre, like, what would you like at the, like big bonfires, I guess, that are around the top of the Coliseum, and they have these big like shiny pieces of metal that they use to like redirect the light from the bonfires in different directions, and so they shine it all down onto the stage. And Itchy says, okay, we are getting ready to start the show. First up, the first performance of the night is going to be our very own DV. And DV comes out. And DV is this very sheepish looking little fish person. And DV walks on the stage, and everyone, there's kind of just like scattered applause and a couple people kind of muttering, and 1 or 2 people are like, again, why? And Devi kind of sheepishly like, hey guys, so glad to be here. And Devi walks out to the middle of the stage. And so this is the person you guys are up against for this first round. And so Devi lays out this massive piece of like parchment that covers it, like a big portion of the stage.
I'm gonna turn to the group and be like, who determines whether the act is good?
Oh, I think he said it was based on like the crowd and also the magic of the
Okay,
dice.
then scratch that. Ghana would turn to the group and say, should we boo to make our chances better?
Oh, you do like a thaumaturgy to make it sound like there's more booing in the crowd?
Yeah, like...
Ooh, that's good. I can also make a booing noise with minor illusion.
Mm-hmm. You can do that if you want to. Are you going to do that?
I think Doc would be like, no, I don't. Let's do this fair and square.
Okay.
I would hate to get caught cheating.
Yes, Breach in the chat suggested that the crowd is waving around like seaweed and ocean products. That's 100% right. They're like, they have like kelp that they like slap on the stands for like clapping, and it's like
they have like the 2 kelp sticks that they smack together.
That they smack together. Yeah, they have the seaweed where they like put it up to their lips and they like blow through it to make it sound like vuvuzelas.
Is it like coral thumb ups? Like
yeah, they have big.
It's like the conch shell, but then it's got like two like bottles for like water.
Yeah, they have water coming through conches that goes through like a straw to their mouth. But none of that is happening when Devi goes out, and there's just there's one person that's clearly Devi's mom that blows her conch. She's like, "You got this, honey," and Devi comes out, and
I want her to win.
So she lays out this massive parchment, and she takes this jar full of ants, as far as you can tell, and she says, "Tonight, I will make for you another one of my wonderful pieces of art." And she takes the jar and she shatters it on the paper. And sorry, actually, I missed something there. She spreads paint all over, like big globs of paint all over this piece of parchment. And then she shatters this, and all these ants start to crawl around. And they just kind of make this like weird abstract, like Jackson Pollock style art as all these ants crawl through the paint and like drag it around. And after it's just silent, and everyone's just watching these ants like slowly crawl around. And like a lot of them are just getting like stuck in the paint and dying. And it's like kind of weird. And she's just kind of standing there like awkwardly with her hands by her side and kind of like pointing at it once in a while, like, pretty cool, right? And after like 5 or 6 minutes of this, finally there's like a little bit of like a thing kind of happening where it like kind of looks maybe like art now. And she kind of picks it up and shakes it off and holds it up to the audience. And she goes, "Ta-da!" And everyone is just kind of like, "I don't really know." And even her mom in the audience is kind of like, "You need to make this more entertaining somehow, honey." And Itchy comes back out and is like, "Okay, well, that was it. Good job. Everyone clap for DV and her ant art. We're so proud of her. Good job. All right. Okay, goodbye." And he like kind of shoos her off stage. She kind of awkwardly shuffles off to the side. And up next is our newcomers. We call them, he checks he like looks at something he like etched onto his hand to like remember. Mrs. Applebottom's Cribs with a Z. Take it away. And he walks off stage. And the lights come down, and
which one of us goes
it's up
first?
to you guys.
That would be Ez, because he's the front man. So Ez is going to kind of like, as he directed for you guys to be in the front on your knees, kind of like being waves. So as you guys are being waves in the front, Ez is going to he's going to cast a few spells, but to start, he's going to cast Dancing Lights, and it's going to be, I believe he can have 4. Yeah, 4. So it's like 4 torch-sized lights that are beaming down on him, but it's going to be like a blue, like an ocean blue. And then you're just going to see Ez sitting there, he just has his bird pipes, and he looks up, and then he points up to the ceiling, and then his lights then go out into 4 different lights, creating a corner. And then he's going to cast Minor Illusion behind him, projecting the Lord of Whales behind him. And then he's going to play the song of the Lord of the Whales that he heard, and he's emulating with his bird pipes. And that's the first performance.
Amazing. Okay, so I want to have you roll for a couple of things. What would you guys say would be you guys would roll for the effectiveness of you guys as waves? Maybe either acrobatics or dexterity to be good fun waves.
Get some wave
More
movement.
performance.
More performance.
So one of you guys, whoever is going to be the lead wave, can roll either acrobatics or performance for how good you guys are.
I can roll
doing as waves.
acrobatics. I'm
Okay,
pretty
go for it.
decent there. 11. My plus
Okay.
3 did not help much.
Well, at least it's above 10. I'll take it. So you guys are doing a fine job as waves. Certainly not distractingly bad. If you had rolled really low, one of you would have fallen off the stage, and it would have been. So you guys are doing totally fine as waves up front. Now, as you get your lights going, give me a roll for Arcana to see how effectively you make these not just lights, but fun, exciting show lights.
Arcana. Not so high. Oh, that's a nat 20. Thank God, because I only have a plus 1. Yeah,
Hot
Arcana's
damn.
not
So
good
you
for Rez.
you start lights coming, and people are they've never seen anything like this, because when they turn on the lights, it's just they're redirecting firelight. All of a sudden, dancing lights are coming up all over, and people are stunned for a moment. They don't even know what to say. Their jaws just drop. So now, lastly, give me a performance check for how good you do at making both the music and the illusion of the whale.
Ooh, 23.
Okay. So everyone is completely silent for a moment. And as your performance wraps up, there's 30 seconds where you could hear a pin drop. And all of you are just standing there. And the crowd erupts in applause. And they all are standing, and DV's mom is like, "That was way better. DV, you should learn from these guys. That was amazing." And people are clapping their kelp sticks and using their conches, and everyone is just thrilled. And Itchy comes out, and he looks at you guys, and he's a big thumbs up. He's like, "Great job, guys. This was amazing." And he goes over to his microphone, which is just another little shorter fish person holding up their hands to cup around his mouth so that he's a little bit louder. And he's like, "Okay, guys, this was great. You guys are showing your love. For you guys now, this is the ultimate determining factor. Well, I want to have you roll to succeed. Each one, you're going to do a final performance check. But I'm going to give you +2 for the nat 20, another +2 for the 23, and then a 1 for being successful waves. So at minimum, you're rolling 5, so you can't fail this. So you don't even have to roll. You've successfully... It is a decisive victory that the crowd is in favor and of you guys over DV and her Aunt Art. And so he says, "Well, that is a decisive victory for you guys. How are you feeling? How are you guys feeling? Tell us a little bit about it."
I'm just happy I get to play my bird pipes.
Wonderful. Well, we are going to go ahead and get ready for round 2. You guys can go ahead. I'm sure you guys could use a moment to rest. Head backstage, and we will call you back up when we are ready. And so you guys head backstage, and you can see them starting to make preparations for the next round of performances. Do you guys need any time to prepare or discuss before you do your next?
Yes, we
Yes.
will.
Ghana
Yeah.
is going to ask somebody if they have one of those barrels, like a wine barrel, but he just wants a barrel of water.
Oh, yeah, you find one of the stage hands backstage, and they say, yeah, we've got plenty of water right here. And they roll a big barrel over to you. Do you guys want another 2 minutes to prepare, or
Donna knows what his performance is going to be.
If you could,
Oh,
yeah.
wait,
It will
hold
take
on.
2 minutes because, we need to coordinate.
Wait,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
we know what the finale is.
Yeah, we know what the finale is. We do not
So,
know what our
I'm
It's
giving you guys
so-
two more minutes to prepare for this round 2. I'll be
Okay.
back.
Okay.
All right, so what is our round 2 going to be? Do I
So
need
what
the barrel?
we're-
I might
what
not
were you
need the
gonna do
barrel.
I
with
have
the
this
water?
really great. I have this really great idea for round 2.
Okay.
Why don't we have Ghana dive into the barrel and disappear into the ring?
So he doesn't even hit the barrel. He's just gone. Like, you know what I
He's
mean?
gone. It looks like, or maybe he like, as he
We can use-
splashes into the barrel, he goes into the ring, and then I push the barrel over and he's not in there.
Or it could be that, like, as he smashes the barrel, because he's way bigger than the barrel, that's when he goes into the ring. So, like, the barrel explodes and he's gone.
Ooh, I like that. I
Mm.
like that.
And then
So we could-
Ez
we could do
can
like
do
a
the
magic
lights.
All right, that's not
As-
what I was thinking, but
Oh. Well, and Ez can do the lights to like beam down on the barrel, and then he can do a drum roll with minor illusion, like a magic trick, like the drrrr, like he can do that with minor illusion.
I mean, Ghana
And
was
then-
just going to use all the water in the barrel and use shape water to like make water balloon animals and whatnot. But
I mean, he could do that to
I-
start.
But no,
do that
because
to
I'm
start.
supposed to go into the ring during the finale. I can't do it in round 2.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing that in the finale.
Oh,
Okay. Then in round
Ooh.
2,
Polaris could do, like, if you're doing water-shaped animals, Polaris could take, like, her red string and do some water balloon animal lassoing.
There we go. And then
Well, no,
Ez
like,
can
you-
light up or make
You
animal
can do your
noises.
story, and then he can just shape water to make like shapes to go along with your story.
So do we want to do Miss Applebottom's song then?
Well,
And
that's
you can do
the
the
finale.
song, or do you want the
That's the finale.
poem? Okay, then I have a poem for Miss Applebottom and Aloxodon.
so that's
Okay,
the
then
finale,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
The
we
minutes
do
are
a
up.
poem, and that could be the shape water, making the
Shape
shapes
water
of
to
the
the
poem.
poem. Shape water to the poem.
Yeah,
That's where we're at.
yeah,
So that's
Okay.
round 2, right?
Round
Yeah.
2. Yep.
Okay,
That's where we're
let's
at.
do it.
okay.
Stogrum. Two things happen. First, as you guys are backstage, a very charismatic uh, fish person comes up to you guys, and he's holding like a big piece of parchment and paper. And he's like, "Hey guys, I'm here backstage to try and get the real deal on everything about you guys, backstage pass, so to speak. That's what we call my paper. And I'm here to find out all about you. Tell me, what was it like? Where did you guys come from? What are you guys all about? Just give me some of the real deal for you guys as Mrs. Applebottom's cribs."
Well, I suppose this is Polaris's
Yeah, it is.
category. Yeah. She's gonna start talking to him, just kind of tell of, like, we're going on this great adventure, we're going to go save people, there's the great mystery, like, not giving, like, actual details, but just, like, selling it, spinning it of, like, we're on a great mission, we're good people trying to help others, and along the way, this is part of our mission, this is part of our next task to, like, continue on. And trying to just sort of, like, make it vague enough that it's not going to be obvious that, like, we're just doing this to appease your master so we can leave.
Yeah. So this guy who clearly is like kind of a journalist, he's the equivalent of, like, you know, Terry Crews getting the backstage story before the people go back on stage. He's got like 30 or 40 other little fish people that are with him. And as you're talking, all of them are writing identical versions of the story on pieces of paper. And like, awesome. And you see them all run out and they start handing out these pieces of paper to the audience so that people can start to get a feel for, like, the backstage pass about what's going on with the performers.
Yeah.
And-
She was sure to be heavy on, like, the sob story parts, you know, to get the crowd really, like, the sorrow of Doc's
Yes.
He's had this place for so many years, it was damaged. She had to leave her family in order to pursue truth, and that rift that's going on, as, an orphan taken under the wing. Like, she's really selling the sob part of the story and less part of the we just want to leave part.
You can see as people are reading this, some of them are like tears coming to their eye and they're like dabbing their eyes. Some of them are like getting angry on your guys' behalf. And you see Twitch, you see Itchy coming back to the stage, and he takes the stage and he says, well, we are getting ready for our next round of performances. I hope you guys have all brought your vuvuzelas or whatever you guys call them, your conchas. Get your conchas ready. Here we go. First up, we have Cloud and his many wondrous sounds. Here we go. And he walks off the stage, and this guy walks out, and he's got like two very short fish people that are with him, and they each kind of crouch down, like kind of squat in front of him, and he puts his hand on each of their heads, and one of them starts to make like weird kind of beatboxy noises. And then the other one also starts to make like complimentary kind of beatboxy noises. And as they start going, he just starts to like mess with their hair in different ways. And like depending on the way he messes with their hair, it's kind of like Ratatouille, and like changes. They're like are doing their beatboxing, but then they adjust and they like start going in reverse or back forward or whatever. And so he's like controlling the music that they're playing. And then he starts to kind of rap over these weird beats that he's making. And it's like, well, not good. It is not very good rap. It sounds like, that guy that you probably, or girl that you knew in high school that thought they were going to be like a full-time hip hop artist and just, shouldn't have been and clearly never became one. It's that person. And he's just up there like, yeah, fish are cool and we like Tom and everything is great and we really like Tom. And his weird little fish people are like, worker. And after like 4 or 5 minutes of this, probably way longer than everyone wants it to go, he's like, yeah, get some hype in the chat. And everyone in the audience is just kind of like very mildly applauding. They're like, yeah. And then he like does a big fist pump and walks off stage like he just totally nailed it with his two beatboxing friends. And Itchy comes back out. And he's like, all right, that was our good friend Cloud and his sound makers. All right, coming back out for round 2, our rising competitors. We've got Mrs. Applebottom's Cribs. Here we go. And he like points to you guys and he starts walking off the stage kind of backwards as he's clapping and giving you guys a thumbs up. And again, the lights come down and the crowd goes silent, now filled with anticipation of what you guys are going to bring to the stage. You're up.
Anna's going to pick up a giant barrel of water and just kind of like waddle it out to the middle of the stage.
Polaris will step up side to side. She has like a paper in hand. She'll address the audience of, dear audience, today I bring you a tale of quiet heroism, of simple kindness that we can all find within ourselves. And something along those lines that I can't think of right now, but a little spiel of trying to sell the idea of simple acts of heroism in our everyday.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
The stage that we're on, our Coliseum, like what? Describe what we are seeing standing like in front of it. Like, are we on a wooden stage? Are we on dirt? Are we on like? It's a Coliseum. So what are we actually on?
It's like a stone stage, and then there's big, like 90 degrees in front of you, like a big half circle of tiered seats going way, way up.
Okay. Then Ghana is in front of us going to create bonfire. Because it's like story time.
Okay, great. So you build a little campfire in front of you guys. I love that.
And then did Ez come out with us?
Yeah, everybody's out there. Yeah.
He's gonna look back at Ez, and he's just drums.
And then Ez is going to, with minor illusion, drums.
Just a drum check. It's just like dum
Oh, dude, like what are those shows where they do the big, oh my gosh, you know what I'm talking about? When it's like the whole drum show. They just have the big giant.
Bro, Ez is gonna cast dancing lights and minor illusion to make a drum beat, and he's gonna act out. Whenever he hits the drum, the blue turns to red and then goes back to blue. And every time it's like he's hitting the drum, the blue turns to red. So he's actually also visually making it like he's hitting a drum.
I'm going to go ahead and add that I'm going to channel divinity and marine layer and create a thick cloud of fog that's like smoke everywhere.
We know this is the finale, right? Like this is not the finale,
right?
Yeah,
it'll be so good though.
So you come out and you do like a little bit of a spoken word thing where you're like, well, first they just see you roll out a barrel of water, then you do a little bit of a spoken word preparing, and then as you are about to start your whatever you're about to do next, like big epic drums start playing, lights come on that are corresponding to the rhythm of the drums, mist is coming up and fog is covering the stage. Okay.
And then my two other dancing lights,
not read the poem in advance.
Since I have 2 out of 4, 2 are in my hands that I'm like drumming with. The other 2 are going to be, one is over Polaris, beam of light, and the other is over Ghana, beam of light.
Great. Okay, what happens
I'm
next?
gonna cast shape water and pulls all of the water up out of the barrel into like a blob that is just levitating.
So I imagine that blob is going to turn into the scene I create.
Yeah, as you tell the story, he is going to shape the water and make like a scene.
All right. Just remember, I did say simple heroism to all your drama. All right, so she's going to begin reading. Miss Applebottom, cane in hand, stood at the curb, unsure to stand. The road ahead was wide and loud, with carts and carriages busy and proud. Then came a Loxodon, tall and wise, with gentle steps and knowing eyes. His armor shone, his robes flowed light, but still he saw her weary plight. "May I assist you, dear?" he said. She smiled and nodded, touched with red. He offered her his sturdy arm, so full of grace, so full of charm. Across the way, through noise and heat, they calmly crossed the bustling street. He bowed once more with trunk held high and vanished neath the city sky. So now she tells with voice so sweet of the Loxodon she chanced to meet, a noble soul with strength and grace who helped her find a safer place.
All right.
She does a little ow.
I love this. Okay, I think we have a few things.
Insert a bunch of shapes.
I think
I was gonna be like, he was gonna like make like an old lady and then like a road and like a cart and whatnot, but like you just kept reading and he's like,
fast.
So okay, so Ez, you first. Go ahead and roll for. I want to say again, it's probably going to be Arcana, unless you can think of something a different thing that it should be for how well you're doing.
Performance, given I have to be timing both lights and arm movements.
Okay, I'll take it. Roll for performance for the lights and the drums.
So it's a 17.
Great. Okay, Doc, you also give me a roll for being able to do the fog effect.
Oh, muted.
Performance as well?
Yeah, I think it needs to be it, or maybe it could be an Arcana roll.
Well, performance is better for me, so I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
All right. No, that 20. That's the best fog you've ever seen.
Dude. Yeah, the fog comes up,
Mark
and they've
it.
never seen anything like this. It is just perfect. Okay.
That performance is
And then,
fire.
Ghana, you give us a roll for. I want to say probably this is going to be a religion check because this is you like communing with the Merid to be able to effectively control this water and do this. So either religion or performance, whichever you think.
I was gonna ask, could it just be a spell casting like check?
Oh yeah, I'll take that. That works.
Because I'm wisdom based, not
Yeah.
charisma based.
Okay, yeah. I think that totally makes sense for just be your spellcasting modifier. Go for that.
That is also a nat 20.
Yeah. Bro,
Yes!
our performance.
So you
we
get
will
the
never get this
most
in combat, but performance, we got
Amazing complimentary. It's just everything she says. You just perfectly. It's like a movie that you are telling this through moving pictures in the air. And so then lastly, Polaris, you can roll for performance.
Please don't nat one.
May I make an
well.
argument? May I make an argument for how well all of the backup was? That there should be some bonuses, perhaps a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's fair. I'll say that you can get advantage because everyone has been so impressed. Even if you were not doing very good, people
They're
would
sidetracked from just
they
the
would be
visuals.
Yeah. So you can roll for performance with advantage.
Thank goodness, because I only have a +1 to performance. So.
Got this. Oh, dang.
Yes, 35.
Wait.
Amazing. Oh, well,
Whoa.
what was
That's
each
not
one?
a
Wait, no, I
35.
counted back. 19, 20, 20. I don't know. I'm reading with the number that popped up.
You got a 16
20.
and a 19, so it's a 19.
Yeah, we take the
minus
19.
one.
It's
19
19
1?
plus 1.
So
Plus
so
1.
you get
I
a
just looked
natural
at that
20.
number and it was like 35.
Amazing.
I'll take it.
So
Like, I
you
wish
finish
you
this.
got a 35.
I know, I wish so too. Plus, like a +10.
Oh my gosh.
The drums playing, the water telling the story, and you telling the tale. The crowd, again, a moment of pause. They didn't think it could get better than what they saw in the previous performance. And as this wraps up, they can't process what just happened, and the crowd just erupts in applause, and like people are passing out like people at a Beatles concert in the whatever 80s, wherever that was, and they're just going crazy. And there's like people running up to the stage, reaching their hand out, like sign this, you're amazing, we love you. And the security people come out and they usher you guys off stage, and they're like, settle. And they're like, okay, this was another decisive victory. We are so sorry to you, Cloud. You'll have to try again another day. It is time now for everyone to make preparations for the final round of the night, our third round. And with that, you guys will decide who gets to go and see the great Tom this evening, to have an audience with him in person. Ooh, okay. And he steps off stage, and they have someone come out, and it's that same guy that was playing the steel drum before, and he just plays some music to like carry everyone over while you guys are making your final preparations. Do you guys already know what you want to do for your third and final round, or do you need a moment?
Oh,
I think we talked about it. We'll just finalize it. I'm
Yeah.
typing something out. Wait,
That's
so,
a good point. We should
Doc,
finalize it.
Doc, what were you doing in the finale?
I'm
I
giving
thought
you
I was going to put
2
on
last
the mask.
minutes.
Yeah,
give
you
us
were going to
2
do the
last
fighting
minutes.
Okay.
choreography. Mrs. Applebottom fighting choreography.
Yeah, but-
Okay, and then Gano was going to be the enemy that disappears when he's defeated?
Right, yeah, that works. It's perfect. And
Yeah.
then Ez was just going to be lights and music.
And then what's Polaris doing?
Yeah, I was gonna say I have Mage Hand to be able to help do something, but otherwise,
Wait,
like
I
I don't
thought
know what she'd do.
You were saying like a spoken word thing about
Yeah, I thought
I mean,
you had your song.
I can come up with another one. Just give me a second. I mean, otherwise, I have the Miss Applebottom song in
Yeah, do the song.
D&D version.
Yeah, do the song.
Yeah, do the song.
do the
and
song.
we'll do
I'll
like
just do
this
the-
dance choreography where Mrs. Applebottom fights Ghana.
Yeah, that was the
I
plan
guess.
originally. I love it.
And then
Problem
he
is, I
disappears
don't
at
know
the
how
end.
the verse goes.
Doesn't have to be perfect.
Okay.
It's okay.
So I guess at this point, I could end up, depending on what we roll, could be any version of Mrs. Applebottom. So we'll just have to wing it from there. We'll have to
Right,
roll
because as
that.
long as you're recognizing Miss Applebottom, they don't know what Miss Applebottom looks like. So like you,
Yeah, that's true. As long as we're not the rug, that would be a problem.
I mean, it'd be funny, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't entirely know how to do this via the actual song, but I'll try. Kind of. Maybe not, but I'll read it dramatically.
You can read it dramatically. You don't have to sing it. Just read it dramatically. That's okay. We will say
We wanna
insert
make
singing
Doc
here.
transforming part of the part.
I'm only gonna do the first verse and the refrain because like the version I got, questionable post refrain. So we'll just make it short.
Good call. Good call. Yeah, you should change on
stage.
On stage. I think that would be huge.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna pre-roll. I mean, I guess we'll roll. We'll roll right when he does it.
Okay, I'm back.
All right.
Let's
We
do
got
it.
this.
We're ready.
Okay,
Oh boy.
so for the third and final round, Itchy comes out and he says, "All right, everyone, I hope you're ready. We have one of your all-time favorite performers. I don't know why you guys like him so much. I think he kind of actually stinks pretty bad, but you guys seem to like him, so he is going to be the last and final challenger for tonight. And then, of course, the rising stars for today, you guys will get to see a final performance from Mrs. Applebottom's Cribs. But first, we've got a guy that you all seem to like for I don't understand why. Good old Mixer and his cool performance things that he does. And he walks off stage. And you guys look out and you see on stage, they take this giant pool of water and lay it out. And everyone's kind of like from up in the stands, they can kind of look down and see into the water. And it comes alive and you see this person who's like looking in it. And he's like, are we live? Are we good? Oh, hey everyone, here we go. This is going to be great. All right, tonight I've got a great performance for you guys. I hope you all can see me. We got a good connection. And here we go. And he turns around, you can see he's standing at the top of a mountain. And actually in the background, you can see the Colosseum a little bit lower on the mountain, but he's at the very top. And he's like, I'm going to ski down this mountain in real time as the lava from the volcano chases after me. Here we go. And you see he like chips like this little rock out of the way that was blocking some lava from flowing, and all of a sudden
Donna's gonna be like,
coming
"Where is
down.
there a volcano on this island?"
Oh, this whole mountain's a volcano, and so all of a sudden this like a stream of magma starts coming down, and he like hops on this like plank of wood that he made, and he starts like skiing down the mountain, and there's like another guy clearly like I guess like following him or like some kind of magic thing following him, and it's like following him as he goes like, "Yo, this is amazing!" And he's like live streaming this whole like skiing experience as he skis down the mountain. And he's like, the lava is like chasing behind him. And then at the last minute, he jumps, spins, does this quick little like magic move where he like throws some ice back and like freezes the lava so it doesn't go any further. And then everyone looks up and the water, like the stream and the water goes away. And he like, you hear like this like whistling sound. And he like comes out, all of a sudden he splashes and like lands in the water bowl and like does like a half pipe trick in it on his little like weird snowboard kind of thing, and jumps out the other side and is like holding the board in his hands. And he looks at the crowd and everyone just goes wild and they think he's so cool. And he does like a deep bow. And the crowd's like, holy cow, he's amazing. He always delivers. He does the coolest tricks. I can't believe, man, dude is such a gamer. And his servants come out and they carry his giant bowl of water out. And thank you so much. And he walks off stage and Itchy says, I don't know, I think that guy kind of sucks pretty bad. But anyway, you guys clearly liked him. Now, last up for their third and final performance is Mrs. Applebottom's Cribs. Here we go. And you guys come out for your third and final performance of the night.
Walks out and he puts on the mask.
Well, while we're walking out, Ghana is just going to like whisper to Doc. He's like, "Hit me with everything you got."
Okay.
Okay.
Like, make it like actually try to kill Ghana, as
we'll
he's just poof gone.
Okay. So
Alright.
the crowd has now expected, they have a lot of trust in you guys. You guys have done a great job. So you guys walk out and it's just silent. And you walk out to the middle of the stage, spotlight's on you. You put the mask on, roll a D8.
Yeah, I'm rolling a D8. Let's see.
Don't get a 7. Don't get a 7.
What version? What are we getting?
3. Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
Did he change it? Did he
The DM is
change
down.
it? Is the 3 the carpet?
Nope. You
No, the
put
three's
the
not
mask
there.
on. Have you guys ever seen that show? where it was like that little girl detective who could become a puddle of silver.
Oh yes!
Secret World of Alex Mack?
Alex Mack.
Yes!
It's like that, but it's not silver. You just become a puddle of water.
Oh
A sentient puddle of water.
All right.
How is that, Mrs. Applebottom?
I don't
her
know.
face
it's
in
old.
it.
It's,
You just
it's,
see her
it's pretty
face
musty. You can talk,
As
but you
seeing
can't really
that-
move. You're just a puddle of water.
As
You
seeing that
kind of
is
like wiggle around like Alex Mack did.
as seeing that
She
is
could,
very
like, reach up
quickly
and-
going to cast dancing lights, but as the form of a humanoid, so making it the form of Mrs. Applebottom. And now Mrs.
Okay.
Applebottom is Ez's
It's
dancing
like a
lights.
projection.
Yeah.
Oh, like Tupac at when they
So,
did the
like-
projection of
Like the
So,
Tupac.
dancing
with it
lights go in
being-
the form of a humanoid and like shine down
Reflect
on the
off of the
puddle,
puddle.
and then what's in the puddle projects up.
Okay,
So
so
now
there's
it looks
a
like-
hologram of Mrs.
Mrs.
Applebottom and a puddle of water that can talk and kind of wiggle around and like follow this hologram around if you wanted to.
Yes,
Okay.
that's the goal with that. And then every time that, well, actually no, I'll let people continue. Sorry.
Okay, so here we're. Never mind, that won't work. Let's do this. Let's just go. We gotta go.
So then,
Let's
make this
happen.
and then Ez is going to key in Polaris. He's going to start again with the drums and the music. And then every time, just so I don't interrupt the cinematic beautifulness of this, every time Mrs. Applebottom and Ghana strike each other, Ez is going to use Minor Illusion to create a flash and like the sound of a weapon hitting every time that they strike each other. A little extra pizzazz.
Okay, so then what happens?
Then I'm gonna assume I can still like at least cast a spell in this form. Would that be fair?
True. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cast create and create or destroy water. I'm gonna create water, and
Okay.
I am going to. It says I can make it rain as a 30-foot cube within a range. Can I just like make it rain on Ghana like powerful forms of water just like splashing down on him?
Okay.
Okay, that's what I want to do. And that's how he's fighting with everything he's got it. Or she at this point.
Okay.
I-
So
I-
the hologram is there. There's a puddle of water beneath this hologram. It's raining on Ghana.
Polaris will
Okay.
step forward at this point into the light as like the music is starting to like pump up, and I'm supposing Ghana is trying to figure out how he's going to attack a hologram. And she will start. Imagine this to the actual song, because I can't do it, but it's Miss Applebottom's pantaloons, most finely stitched and wide, with fur-lined boots ascending high. She stepped out full of pride. The tavern fell to silence. The fiddler missed a note as nobles gasped and commoners clutched at ruffled throat. She had the pantaloons, and the furs, the kind that caused a stir with all the stirs. She turned round and round and round, and gave a glance, and suddenly the townsfolk tried to dance. And then just in that vein, she just continues as the battle ensues.
So good.
Amazing.
It's
Okay.
kind of dance-like.
So
Yep.
good.
Okay, and then you guys,
Is it
Ghana
too late to
and
back
this
out of this campaign?
No.
So Ghana,
Here stay.
Ghana, you and the hologram of Mrs. Applebottom are gonna engage in combat.
Yeah, as how you are supposed to combat to that.
Had to get creative.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Okay,
Creativity.
so you engage in combat while Polaris is doing this like spoken word rap thing over you guys. Ez is complementing your combat with exaggerated battle noises and the hologram. And Doc, you as a puddle of water are making it rain and I guess kind of swooshing around. And then you're talking like Mrs. Applebottom so that they hear her voice.
Yes.
And then
that's it.
while we're fighting, Ghana is going to, I believe, shape water is just thematic. It is. So I don't have to say anything or do anything. So while he's fighting, he is going to like make the hand signs for control water. And all of the water that's in the barrel kind of like off to the side of the stage, he is just going to like launch it up into the air so that it all comes down like at once onto the stage. And when like the giant wave of water hits, that's when he will poof. So like they see just a wave of water smash into the stage, and the Loxodon is gone.
Okay. Ez, you roll for performance first.
Okay. So 22.
Okay. Annika, you roll for, I think that's going to be performance as well. Second.
Hey, another dirty 20.
It paused
Dang,
on 6
okay.
for like a second. I was like, no.
Ghana, I'm going to have you roll for...
this is going to be performance. This isn't a spellcasting check.
It's got to be performance.
Hey.
No way.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so now here's the thing. It's raining, and Doc, you just got a whole barrel of water dumped on you.
Mm-hmm.
So you turned into a puddle of water.
A giant.
I have to believe you've only become like more and more powerful as all of this happened. You're just getting more and more water added to you. So you are now this giant,
just growing as the seconds, then the big
like the
wave
rumor
hits,
weed.
and it's just boom, giant Miss Applebottom.
So now you're this giant puddle of water, like blob, and you have the ability to kind of control what you do and to move around. I want to, before you roll, what are you going to do now that you've become this huge blob of water? Are you like are you doing anything with this strange amorphous blob shape that you have now that you're like massive on the stage?
Spray the people.
Oh, like a friggin'
Like
SeaWorld.
Just like just like a giant spray of water out amongst all the people. Like get them all soaked. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like when the dolphins or the orca whales or whatever like spit water at the audience, or like they do the big splash. So you end this with a massive splash.
And while he splashes, I will actually remove the dancing light humanoid and then put the dancing lights in the splash of water. So it's like rainbow.
Oh, yeah. Epic, shining. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that happens. And with all those rolls, you guys breeze through. You guys massively succeed in all of this. And Itchy comes out. The crowd is going just wild. They're drenched in water, but who cares? They're fish. And they're thrilled. They're throwing all of their things that they have on the stage, their children and their kelp and all this stuff. And there's
throwing their children.
Yeah, there's like babies rolling across the stage, little fish people. And they're just like, we love you. And Itchy comes out, and all of a sudden, it just becomes silent. He says, you guys know what this means. Our newcomers to the island, Mrs. Applebottom's cribs, get an audience with Tom himself.
Hey guys, my name is Mark and I'm the lead pastor at Lux Digital Church. I hope you're enjoying the D&D campaign, the show today. I hope you're having a great time hanging out with the entire crew. And I also wanted to tell you that over in our Discord server, we have an ongoing Dungeons & Dragons West Marches style campaign. That means you can jump in and play at any time that is convenient for you, as long as there's a game being offered with a variety of different dungeon masters and players. We have games that are posted every single month that you can join in with, starting at level 1 and going the whole way up through level 15 in D&D in the new 2024 5th edition rules. If you're interested in joining in and playing some D&D with us, all you have to do is join our Discord server at discord.gg/luxdigitalchurch, and then go ahead and grab the D&D role, slide down inside of the channels to the Play D&D section, You can look there and find different videos on character creation, different elements of the world that we're playing in, and then you can submit your character and jump in an adventure off of the guild board soon. Once again, I hope you've been enjoying the show and the live stream, and we hope to see you over in the Lux Discord to play D&D with us very soon.